The sight of this fish with the chili paste that we call sambal and some calamansi juice and a plate of rice, wow, this makes my day. Friends, let's learn to make vegan fish. Let's look at the ingredients first. First of all, we need this soya bean skin. It is also known as soya bean sheet as a wrapper. Then we need this seaweed. It's not the same as the nori sheet, but of course you can use a nori sheet also. This is the okra. When you mix soya milk, what remains is this one. This is flour and this is tapioca flour. This is just plain flour. I also use this turmeric powder. Turmeric powder is optional. And here are the seasonings that you will need. Pepper, mushroom powder, and salt. And this is the toh bao. This toh bao I make it myself, and I've also recorded a video for it. If for any reasons you don't want to buy toh bao from the shop, or you can't find toh bao in the places nearby, then learn to make the toh bao. The video will be uploaded very soon. Toh bao is made from soya milk. You may replace it with chickpea paste, black bean paste, or just tofu. Prepare this mixture also by adding 3 tablespoons of the plain flour with 4 to 5 tablespoons of water. This will act as a glue later. Be sure to get this consistency. If possible, try to get this thicker type of wrapper. The thinner one tears easily. This big sheet of wrapper measures 48 cm by 42 cm, and you just cut it up into 9 smaller pieces. It's roughly 16 cm by 14 cm. I use this type of seaweed because it's cheaper. You can get it in those shops selling all vegetarian products. Alternatively, you can use nori sheets. Take one sheet, fold into 2, and then cut along the center. After that, cut into strips. These strips measure 2 cm by 9 cm, roughly. Now, cut up the toh bao into small pieces. Okay, now I'm preparing the fillings. I'm mixing the toh bao and the okra together. You may ask, can I use just okra or this toh bao? Good question. Usually we like to have our fillings made of different textures. You can even add oatmeal if you want. And then later on I will add the seasonings. Just briefly, it's 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper, 1.5 teaspoon of the mushroom powder, and 1 teaspoon of the turmeric. This is also just a rough guide. And we need the binding agents. 2 types of flour. One is the plain flour and the other one is the tapioca flour. The ratio of tapioca flour to plain flour is 1 to 2. If you find the fillings a bit dry, just splash it with some water. Just very little amount of water only. Don't make it too wet. And sorry, no gloves. I don't support plastics at all. Okay, from here on, I would rather you watch and I don't distract you. You may snip off the tail a bit if you find it too long. One last step before you steam the fish. You slice the side with the seaweed with a sharp knife. Don't slice it when the fish is still wet. Make sure the fish is a little bit dry, and the cuts mustn't be too deep. This is just to improve, to make the fish look really like a, well, sardine. Need to steam the fish on high for 5 minutes, then let it stay in the steamer for another 2-3 minutes. After that, you fry the fish. Then it's easier to handle, supposing you want to use it for sweet sour fish or steamed fish. I'm so happy that this fish life is spared because I didn't demand for it so that it's being caught and killed.